I have an experience of 7 to 8 years in a company, and it just shifted, been 2 months.
I am what you call Suhas from Three Idiots.
I've been in the marketing field for at least 3 years now, and I've switched my jobs, well, maybe 3 times or 4 times.
You guys have shifted jobs altogether.
Yeah.
So what's the experience have been? मतलब कुछ नया सीखने को मिला नहीं मिला?
I mean, definitely. I feel like I'm switching jobs because I want to learn something new. Even if it's the same field, I am learning something new, right? So that's my perspective. I'm always learning, I'm always growing, and I love learning that way. And even if it comes to a point where I'm like, okay, I there's something other that interests me, I will definitely go for it. But I obviously I'll have a plan. It's not like I'll go in without a plan. So yeah.
Right. आपका तो 20-25 साल का एक्सपीरियंस हो गया अभी.
So just to clarify, I've had like some 10, 11 years of experience, and the experience if I would have to just talk about myself, the first 6 years of my career have been stable, where I've had just two companies. Both of them I worked for like 3.5 years. But after that, you are in that risk zone, like your mid 30s zone. Actually, yeah, I am 37 right now, but like early 30s zone, where you think that you are missing out on something. Yeah, you're missing out on a wave. At that time, it was the startup wave that I thought I was missing out on, and hence I took the plunge to maybe try on something new, see if something works out. And I have no regrets as such, but you know, that's how my changes have been around that. Okay, I don't want to miss out on anything, but after you reach a certain age, that in hindsight, when you look back at your career, you realize that, you know, there are 2-3 things that people should value. One is, I think, people over profile. I think if you found the right set of people to work with, the right kind of work will come to you automatically. If you constantly keep on chasing a certain company or a profile, I think you will not enjoy if people over there are not good. So if people are good, they respect you, they have a good culture, they encourage you. I think that is the first thing as youngsters you should stick to, which I think I sort of took for granted in my earlier 2-3 jobs, and then I realized the hard way that, you know, people over profile always matters. But yeah, I mean that's
So there is a this is what I heard from multiple people out there that 3 साल यार एक कंपनी में 3 साल रहना है उसके बाद then shift कर जाना है because that's the ideal way of growing in your career मतलब and since you have been in multiple companies मतलब have you faced the same thing or do you also believe in the same fact?
Yeah, I don't think so. It matters anymore so far, because like in the earlier days, I think people used to stick with companies for 10 years, 15 years. Getting that gratuity was very important.
But that was also playing safe, don't you think?
Yeah, exactly. That was also playing safe. But yeah, so that was the time over there. But I don't think so. It matters anymore. Even the kind of interviews that I have given, and people ask me that why do you have so many jumps on your profile? It has always been like as long as you can justify, as long as you can tell someone honestly, and you can tell that in the interview. I've told in the interview that this is the place where I didn't enjoy. Like I could not understand the category, I could not understand the business, and I didn't like the people over there. So that's why I just left it in like 8 months, 9 months. But as long as there is a genuine reason, and you can also admit in an interview saying that I made the wrong decision, I should not have left. That is also appreciated. So as long as you have the right reason to switch, I don't think the people will judge you anymore that you switch so much.
I mean, yeah, I've been a risk taker that way, and I feel like I will be, but not without a plan. If I want to go for something, I will, because I see the potential in it, and if I don't go for it, I will miss out on it. And you never know with time, you never know with life what happens. So might as well just do it, take the opportunity and do it. And it's of course for a genuine reason. It's not like I like hopping, like okay, let's see what the other company is about.
Correct.
So yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I would give another angle to it. See, there are 3 things that anyone looks at before shortlisting you for an interview.
Right.
Okay? One is, do you have some sort of a personal brand or not? So even if you have multiple switches, but you are actors or putting yourself out there,
Yes.
there is some reason for people to believe that this person can work. Okay, I think your CV matters a lot, and people have the same damn CVs for everything. And it is all text. It is all two, three pages and all that. And the third is once you are shortlisted for the interview, I think if you can justify yourself or your switches, I think it's really fine.
Right, right. So when I was switching, the major issue was, to find something that is going to sustain my, not just myself, but also my time.
You had the most strange career switches. So why don't you first explain what
Yeah.
is it? How have you been? What has been a journey?
Yeah, I should say that. So I did my graduation in BTech Aerospace, and then after that, I had a career in EdTech, where I was a teacher as well as trying to lead YouTube, right? So I was a physics teacher for a very long time, for like 7, 8 years, and I was teaching school kids. And it's after that, that's when I decided, yeah, 7 8 साल हो गए हैं अभी, and I think we should have more experiences in life. And that's when I took a decision कि चलो यार, let's shift the industry and have some more fun. But that's exactly when I had my midlife crisis also. Because it was a very long time that I was trying to search a job which was slightly different from what I was doing, not teaching anymore, but also to figure out what could be slightly similar as well, where my experience will work out well in this particular company. That's what I did. So when I was doing this, I was newly married, and suddenly there's a transition phase, and during that transition phase is when you start doubting yourself. You're like कि भाई इतने साल किया कुछ किया कि नहीं किया, personal brand वाला perspective, and then financial aspect of it.
I have a question for you. Since you said that, I mean, you were a teacher and now you're here, was any of it your passion?
Yeah, I thought teaching and YouTube was my passion for a very long time, and then I'm like, okay, let me uh, subside down the teaching part a bit, and then look into and explore YouTube a bit more.
So you realized that your passion is different? Or did you always, like, do you have different passions?
I'll improvise on this particular passion a bit more, because teaching part was slightly becoming a bit saturated, but I couldn't grow more.
Which is a good point also. I think, see, I mean, we over obsess about what finding our passion or what we are passionate about, but like things are changing so fast and so rapidly right now.
Exactly.
That your passions can also change after a point of time, 5 years down the line.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And you want to do like a complete 360-degree or 180-degree of what you are currently doing. I think there are enough and more opportunities. Guys, I saw one interview by Nas Dedi, where he said that right now professions are not just one profession. You can be an and. So you can be a teacher and a creator, doctor and a creator, you're a marketer and a creator. So that creator part gives you like a lot of leverage to put yourself out there, and you don't know who's watching and who's going to like where it can lead you.
Right.
From my mentor, from my manager, like someone, a lot of them have told me multiple times that whatever you do, you need to be in depth about it. If you are touching everything on a surface level, then you're not going to go anywhere. So even if you see the most successful startups, the most successful founders, they have in depth gone inside each and every topic, from the minutest thing of supply chain to the most high level thing of marketing. They know each and everything of it. So unless you're not achieving depth in any topic, you have to have depth.
Yeah, true.
I mean, depth in life.
Yes, but creator is something that lets you put like
That,
creating something is lets you put your work out there.
yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Right. You have hired so many people. So when you hire and when you see a gap in their career, how how long a gap is too long, and then you're like, "Nee, yaar, I think there's a good gap that I should not hire this particular person," or is that even a question?
See, again, I don't think so. It matters. It is about the kind of intent and quality of conversation that a person brings in the interview versus judging them so much on whether they've had a gap, whether they've had too many jumps, whether they've had whatever things. So I don't think the gaps matter as much as if I can at least assess in some way that the person is willing to put in the rigor for the role that he or she is interviewing for.
Right.
Again, the passion plays
Yes.
in that way.
As a Gen Z, what is the definition of work-life balance for you?
I mean, I think work-life balance is pretty clear that way, right? I believe that I am not my work solely. Like, work is a part of me, sure, but I am so much more than my work, right? So the time I'm giving for work, that's the time, that's the particular set of time I'm giving for work. The rest of the time is for me. That is life for me. I can do whatever. Like, I can just sleep in it, or I can just journal in it, whatever I do. But I can't work 24 hours like that. And I'm in a field where, creativity like doesn't work like that. Like, in a day, if you tell me that there are 10 hours, probably the most creative hours would be 3 hours out of it, and the rest would be, I would just be doing miscellaneous things probably, but I would feel very fulfilled, right? So that is one perspective I have on work life balance, for me at least. So
So what are the like three things that you make sure that that balance remains there during your work or after your work?
I mean, I feel like I take small breaks, and music is a big thing for me. So when I do take breaks, I do listen to music, and I mean, I keep grooving here and there to deal with things, let's say. But yeah, that's how I maintain. And when I go back home, I don't think about work that way. So I'm just by myself. I'm me, my personality, me. That's it. No work.
You have family, you have kids, right? Is it more difficult to maintain work-life balance? And if it is, what are the three things you make sure that you're doing every single day to maintain that?
Yeah, I think the for me, the most important characteristic that a person can bring when they come to work is work ethic. And by work ethic, I mean taking accountability, taking ownership, being self-motivated, driven, putting their hand up. That is what work ethic. It is not if you're coming at a certain time and going at a certain time.
Right.
So as long as that is sorted, I don't think so. There is going to be any issue about say a work-life balance, because once you've demonstrated that skill, that you are willing to put in, you are willing to put your hand up, you are willing to showcase intent. Then nobody will question when did you come, when did you sign in, when did you log in, when did you go home. I mean, all of that is like secondary and very objective.
Right.
But your work and life have a lot of subjectivity to it. To other point, I think I've heard multiple people talk about work-life balance, and they say that it is not more about work and life as like two separate things, but it is more about finding your flow state, right? And some people find their flow state or their mental peace or their motivation at work. Some find it at home. There will be instances where people are not so happy at home, and hence for them the balance is to work. Having said that, I think everyone comes with their own set of baggages. So when you're working as a team with a set of people, I think the fact that everyone's coming with their own baggages, you need to respect those things and not expect people to work the way you are working. As long as those boundaries, or as long as those things are set, that this is what you're responsible for, and here's what I expect you to do. And this is, I'm saying, both from people who are like 15-20 years of experience and people who are like just 2 to 3 years of experience, or even an intern. As long as they manage to do that, I think everyone will be in harmony. But the moment you realize that I am getting to do extra because someone's not being accountable or owning up things, that is when things start becoming, okay, what time did you come, why did you come so late?
You said about work ethics, right? But what if you have to constantly, like really stay late, stay back, and you're not getting enough sleep, you're not getting enough time with the people you love, and it's been happening constantly. Then how do you justify that with work ethic?
No, that's, I mean, I completely agree. Like 8 hours of sleep is a bare minimum.
Absolutely.
And if you're not getting that constantly, then I think either you evaluate whether this is the right life choice for you right now, or you take a decision. You try to find out an alternative for yourself. Because for people at your workplace who are working without sleeping, it might be priority for them. Absolutely, it might not be priority for you. So you'll have to figure that out. But if you no, again, I think some days you have to stretch at work. Absolutely, can't be so rigid about the fact that me, I have to go home.
Right.
But I mean, if it happens constantly, I don't think so. It's worth it.
Right.
Whatever he said. Plus, be happy, live your life. Just that. I mean, live your life. I mean, of course, I mean, you have to choose your people, right? You choose your people, you choose your work, you choose your passion as well. And I mean, culminating all of it together. Just why we're doing it? We're doing it for ourselves. We're doing it to be happy. We're doing it to live a better life, right? So that's what I wanna.
Right, right. What I take away is ki I need not be this scared. Nobody has to be scared while switching jobs. There should be a balance between everything. Your work, your life, your mental health, your physical health, everything matters. And जब हम वो balance बना लेंगे, I think we'll be the happiest out there. And I think we all are behind that balance. And we really wish all of you that you'll achieve that balance pretty soon.